There's a moment every Aries knows too well. They said the thing before thinking it through. They walked away from something everyone told them to stay in. They got excited about a dream on Monday, and by Friday it already feels old. And somewhere, quietly, they wonder, why can't I just slow down? Why do I feel everything so fast and lose interest just as fast? If you're an Aries, or you love one, stay with me. Because what looks like impulsiveness is actually one of the most misunderstood psychological patterns in the zodiac. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. Not symbolically, psychologically too. Aries carries the energy of beginning, of the very first spark before there's a plan, a strategy, or a safety net. Ruled by Mars, the planet of action and instinct, an Aries doesn't process the world through overthinking. They process it through doing. Feeling something and moving are almost the same event for them. That's why an Aries can walk into a room and make a decision in 10 seconds that other people spend 10 days debating. It's not recklessness. It's a nervous system wired to trust the first true signal it gets, before doubt has time to creep in. But here's the part they rarely say out loud. That fast yes is often armor. Because if an Aries pauses too long, they don't find clarity. They find fear, and fear, to Aries, feels like the one enemy they refuse to face. So they move, not because they're not afraid, but because moving is how they survive being afraid. From the outside, Aries looks unstoppable. Bold voice, strong opinions, always first to speak, first to act, first to challenge. But ask an Aries what happens in the 5 seconds after someone says no to them, and you'll hear a different story. That confidence, it's not the absence of insecurity. It's a response to it. Aries grows up, psychologically speaking, learning early that hesitation gets punished, that the kid who waits loses the spot, the attention, the win, so they build a personality around never being the one left behind. Which means, underneath the loud energy is often a quiet, exhausting question. If I stop proving myself, will anyone still care? This is why an Aries can seem larger than life in a group and go completely silent when someone truly, softly asks them, "How are you, really?" Because fire doesn't know how to be still. Stillness feels like disappearing. Here's the pattern that confuses everyone who loves an Aries. The same person who chased you, planned the future with you, burned bright for a project, suddenly goes cold. It's not that Aries doesn't care. It's that Aries' brain is chemically drawn to momentum. The chase, the challenge, the unknown, that's what lights them up. Once something becomes predictable, the same fire that pulled them in starts looking for the next spark. This isn't a character flaw, it's dopamine-driven psychology. Aries doesn't fall out of love with people or dreams. They fall out of love with certainty. The moment life stops asking anything new of them, a part of them starts quietly dying inside. The tragic irony, the very intensity that makes people fall for an Aries, is the same intensity that makes staying so hard for them. Aries has a reputation for temper, quick to snap, quick to argue, quick to walk out of a room. But look closer, and that anger is rarely about the argument itself. For Aries, anger is often the only emotion they were ever allowed to feel loudly. Sadness feels like weakness, fear feels like losing, but anger feels like power. So when an Aries is hurt, disappointed, or scared, it often comes out as rage, because rage is the one language their heart learned was safe to speak. That snap isn't cruelty. It's an unprocessed wound wearing a warrior's face. Strip away the impulsiveness, the boldness, the fast exits, and what's actually underneath an Aries is startlingly simple. A person who feels everything at full volume and was never taught it's safe to feel it slowly. Aries isn't reckless. Aries is alive, in a way most people spend their whole lives trying to access. The lesson Aries is here to learn isn't to stop burning. It's to learn that the fire doesn't have to consume everything to be real. If you're an Aries reading this and something in your chest just tightened, that's not weakness, that's recognition. You don't have to slow your fire down to be loved. You just have to let people see it before it turns into smoke. Tell me in the comments, Aries, does this feel like you? And if you love an Aries, tag them below.